You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is a case of Hicks versus Narvaez.
Thank you. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Mr. Hicks.
Hello.
You have brought your ex-wife to court and requested a paternity test to prove that you are indeed the biological father of her baby. Is it Yazeline?
Yazeline.
Yazeline. Beautiful. Who was born during your marriage. You state you are the only father she has known from cutting the cord in the hospital to signing her birth certificate, and are shocked and dismayed that your wife is now disputing that she is yours.
Yes.
Ms. Narvaez, you admit to cheating on your husband, and in your statement to the court argue that there is no way the child is his.
Not at all, Your Honor.
Oh,
You claim that even though you told Mr. Hicks he was the father, you now believe your child was fathered by your lover,
No, she is
Mr.
not.
OSORIO, who is here in court today.
Yep.
All right, now, Mr. Hicks, please tell the court how you were deceived.
How I was deceived is that she said that the baby was mine. I believe that the baby is mine because the baby was made while we were married. And you try to say that the baby isn't ours, I don't believe that, you know?
You need to believe because
It's
she's not
good.
yours.
No, don't start.
She looks
Don't
nothing
even
like
start.
you. Nothing
because
at all.
Look at the baby.
Look at her. She's white. She looks like me. She looks nothing like you.
You
You're
say
hearing
she looks
stories.
nothing like
It's
me?
irrelevant, the stories that
You say
you're
she
hearing.
looks nothing like me. She looks nothing
nothing
like
like
you.
you.
How you gonna say that?
She doesn't have to look like me. She's mine. I had her. She looks like her dad.
Is she's light. That's it.
Shouldn't her
This
dad be your husband if you're in a marriage?
No, Your
Well,
Honor. Because I
Your
told
Honor,
him
she's-
I cheated on him.
She kicked me out, Your Honor.
I sure did.
She kicked me
you
out,
out
of my house.
Two months after the baby was born. Right after the
And
baby
now
was
you want to
born.
come when she's
And
2
then
years old and say that
she
she's
said-
yours?
Let me
she said-
ask you this. When she told you she was pregnant, what did she tell you?
When she told me that she was pregnant, she said that the baby was yours. Because when she got pregnant, it was on Valentine's Day. We were having sex consecutively in our 2-bedroom apartment. So you're talking about it didn't happen, but yet on Valentine's Day, you saying that you didn't sleep with me, but yes, you did. We were
Okay,
doing
and
it
there was a
all in the
6-week
shower
period
all the
after
time.
that.
Keep it real. If you're gonna tell the truth, tell it all the way.
And there was a
If you gonna
6-week
tell the
period
truth,
after that.
tell it
That
all
was the
way.
last time, was that not? And
No,
then
not
Danny
at
came in
all.
the picture. Yes, it was.
Not at all.
Because after that, I started living with
You
my
didn't
mom.
even meet Danny until 2 months.
When?
What is it, December?
Oh, and you know that how?
Sweetheart, if you don't
not
remember,
your sweetheart at that.
if Danny was your man at that time, why did you get married with me in November?
Because
did
he
you or
got
did you not
locked
get
up
married
and
to
I
me?
had no way to contact
Wait,
him.
okay, wait.
Is that
wait,
right?
So therefore, I
Is that
lost in
right?
contact with him.
You're
Wow.
saying that when you married Mr. Hicks,
I was pregnant, Your Honor.
you knew or you didn't know that that was not
I
his
knew
baby?
the baby's not his.
And
I lost in
wow.
contact with Daniel.
She lost
So
the
I
contact.
stayed
I want to
there.
hear who proposed to whom
I proposed to him, Your Honor, because he couldn't man up and do
Exactly.
it himself.
Was she-
while you were pregnant
While I was pregnant,
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor.
with a baby that you knew was another man.
A whore.
You can call it what you want to
Ms.
call it.
Hicks, have a seat. Have a seat. We're not hearing from you yet. So you just flat out manipulated the man.
Call it what you want to call it.
I'm calling it what it is. Because you didn't say to him, hey, hon, I'm actually pregnant with Mr. OSORIO's baby, but, you know, I feel like I want to marry you. You didn't say that, did you?
No.
You told him this is your baby. And you proposed to him. Right?
Yeah.
The baby's name is Yazeline Savannah Janae Hicks, not OSORIO.
Hicks. Any man can make a baby, but it takes one to
Somebody need to get that fact straight. If I wasn't the father, why did you let me cut the cord? Why did you give the baby my last name?
Exactly why I told you to sign your rights over so you can have your last name back. We don't want it.
Oh. Well, the only way you're gonna get it back is if the
It
baby.
is. I'ma get
if
it
it's
back.
proven.
Best
If it's
believe.
proven.
You gonna get
Until
it back.
then, hush. I wanted to be a father to my kids, and I believe that she was having my kids because we were together at that time. She's sitting up over there. She had my son, little Robert. You know what I'm saying?
And because she told you.
And she told me it was my kid. You know what I'm saying? She never told me she was creeping around. She never said nothing like that. Honestly,
How did you not notice? You were so stuck in the damn TV playing video games that you didn't notice that?
she's trying to say video games.
Ms. Narvaez, let me ask you
Come
something.
on now.
When I look at this picture, I see a couple that looks relatively happy. Were you happy there?
At
or were
that
you
time, I
pretending?
was, Your Honor.
You were happy
I
then.
was at that
So
time.
there was a time when you met Mr.
When I
Hicks.
just stopped
Okay, so it wasn't a manipulation from the start.
Not the whole thing.
There was
love at the
time
beginning.
when there was love. Okay.
Well, Your Honor, she trying to put it off like as if I wasn't providing for her, but we were staying at our house, not her mother's house. I also had a job working security down below.
Part-time.
Part-time is better than no time. I don't even care.
So you spent half of your time down there while I was at home alone, being
At least
lonely.
I'm making honest. At least I'm making honest living.
By the time you got your check, it was gone.
By the time I got my
Mr.
check, I spent all my money
Hicks,
on the family, straight
It
up.
seems clear to the court that you want this baby to
I
be
want,
yours.
I want the baby to be mine because I believe that it's her word versus
The baby
facts.
looks nothing
You know what I'm
like
saying?
him, Your Honor. Nothing like
but
him,
the
Your
baby
Honor.
looks like me as when they were young. You let somebody
Nothing.
that try to say that it's not mine, that was obviously cheating and lying from the beginning. What makes you tell the truth now? Huh? I mean, like you saying
Because
that the
that's
baby
my
isn't
baby.
mine.
Why would I lie about her?
Because the baby looked like me when she was a baby.
No, she doesn't.
Look at the nose.
Look at the
Look at the
nose.
nose. Look at the curly
She looks like her
hair.
dad.
The only thing that's the resemblance is she is light-skinned. That is it. And there's
Okay, so
always,
what happens when it comes out that you're not the daddy? You're going to look stupid as hell.
No, you're gonna look like a whore.
No.
That's what you're
All
gonna look
right, all right.
And plus, I heard
Exactly what
rumors
it's gonna look
about her.
What
you know?
rumors did you hear?
I heard that when I would go, to work on the weekends, that she would be sneaking people in my house, straight up.
I don't got to sneak it. The
And
door was
then,
right there.
And then not only that, I heard that it was more than just one person.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. State your name.
CARLA Hicks.
Hi, Ms. Hicks. What would you like to add? You
Okay.
heard
No, I didn't hear.
rumors, or you absolutely
I saw her.
saw? Okay.
She said that she was going to go visit. She was going to go watch one of her friends babysit the kids or whatever.
Quote unquote.
And I'm talking about, I'm going to go watch the kids for a couple hours, babe. I'll be back, and I'm going to get $100 for it. She left. She came back in about 5-10 minutes talking about, they didn't need me to watch him anymore, but they gave me $100. Then she did it. She was doing it like every day.
She did it like 5 or 6 times.
Every day?
You understand? She was saying this, I'm going to go watch these kids tonight. She was going like
then-
maybe 10,
So what are
15
you
minutes.
suggesting, that some other
That
man
she
was
was
giving?
prostituting. That's what I'm suggesting. That part.
Okay, but if you knew that, why would your brother let that happen?
That was
Him being the man that he
very
is supposed to be.
strong accusation, Ms. Hicks.
Yeah, and so I told my brother, but my brother was so gullible, and she had him under some horror spell she got going on. That my brother, you understand? I gotta say, my brother, he was tripping. I told him.
Didn't you introduce these two?
I wish I had.
That was before we knew she was terrible.
That's what we knew. The
That's what we
lady
thought.
is evil.
So evil.
Like what's going
so
on?
evil that he stayed with me for almost 6 years.
Sometimes you
You
try
gotta
to.
be the
Sometimes you
dumbest
try.
I know.
Sometimes you try to.
Ms. Narvaez, I know you're upset, and I know it probably is hard for you to hear what they allege about
it's
you.
irrelevant. I don't
well,
care.
if it's irrelevant, don't curse in my courtroom when you hear it.
Let her know
Since
something.
you don't care about nothing, stop popping off like everything somebody's saying is messing with your mind so much that you have to be
My
disrespectful.
thing
Just
is, Your Honor,
listen.
I don't want you
your
even
side
here.
of the story
relationship
now.
is between me and him, like I've told them from the get-go.
That's what I'm trying to hear. You explain to me what your problem is with Ms. Hicks in decent language, but I want to hear your side.
My problem is she has nothing to do with the relationship. They put Daniel in it,
She
Your
was
Honor.
there.
She has, okay, but it's your relationship. Grow your and it's your relationship, not hers.
You didn't say that when they. Ooh, girl.
Yeah,
you
I didn't say that when.
You didn't say that when I was manning up at the house before you
sure,
brought
of
this guy
course.
up over here. Doesn't have no job.
Ms. Hicks, I need you to sit down. And Mr. Osorio, I need you to stand. Was there anything she was hiding from you when she met you?
No, ma'am.
So
No.
everything about
you know
her
what?
life
She told me she didn't have no sexual contact with him. She wasn't living with him. Even her mom told me she wasn't living with him.
She was
You know what
lying.
I'm saying?
So when you met Ms. Narvaez, you knew she was a married woman, but she just was not living with her husband. That's what you heard.
That's what she
That's what
told
you were
me.
told.
Yeah.
You believe you are the father.
I am the father. Because father's not the only one that has them and leaves them. Father's the one that spends time, quality time, and be there for them and tell them what's right and what's wrong.
Have you been there?
I've been there. I've
She
been
was
there.
too much, Your Honor.
I got something to
I've
say.
been
to
He
that.
there.
didn't want nothing to do with her. He said out his own mouth the baby wasn't his. Now all of a sudden he wants to come and say it's his baby. She's 2 years old.
I want to know the answer to, did you ever tell Ms. Narvaez that the baby was not yours.
Oh, no. No, I did not. Not one time. She came to my father's house and told me that the baby wasn't mine. I said, we're going to have to get a DNA test to prove that, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
So when it proves that it's not the baby, just leave it at that. We shouldn't be talking about nothing that's irrelevant unless it has to do with baby bud.
If the baby wasn't mine, why did I sign the birth certificate? Why did I cut the cord? Why does the baby have my last name?
You can have your last name back. You can have it back.
Not only that.
Have it back. Take it back.
I didn't leave my child. I was kicked out because somebody wanted to move me out of my house. That I made. The house that I made my family for. I made moves for us to get into that house. She kicked me out of my house, took me out of my daughter's life. I didn't eject myself.
Okay, but when you would come and pick a baby, but you could have asked how she's doing. Call. Make a phone call. Is she okay? Does she need something? What kind of father would have asked about his daughter for 2 years?
I asked her about her. I asked her about her, but yet
have you made any attempt, Mr. Hicks, in the last 2 years to see?
Ask her all the time, but she don't tell me nothing. It's
call
weird.
her?
I call her. Yeah, I see her consecutively. It's weird how the fact that she tried to say that I never asked her about her, because I've been picking up my son, little Robert, for forever right now. For 2 years. For 2 years, I've been picking up my son.
And you could have asked about her.
And yet she didn't even tell me. She wouldn't even tell me that the baby didn't even exist. She don't want me around the baby. It's not me that want to be around the baby. I love my kids. They don't recognize that this woman is bad, and she's trying to keep me away from the baby because she knows that I'm a better parent than her. Straight up.
In your dreams. In your dreams.
I take care of my kids. My kids come number one.
You seem very emotional, and I can tell the children are important to you.
We have a son together that he sees every weekend, Your Honor. How come all those times he came and picked the baby up, he didn't ask her about, not once did he ask me for the baby. Not once. He didn't call, does she need Pampers? Do you need help?
Well,
so if you were a father and you thought that was your baby, you should have called and said something.
She wouldn't even tell me nothing about her. I asked her about her. Oh, how's Jason?
You want me to call you and ask?
On the one hand, Mr. Hicks is saying that you are this child's father and you want to be her father, and yet I'm not hearing about enough instances where you made the effort to actually see and spend time with this baby. On the flip side, I hear Ms. Narvaez saying, you, Mr. Hicks, aren't the father. I always knew you weren't the father, and yet she's angry with you for not being the child's father.
I'm not angry, Your Honor. I'm not. If he thought that was his daughter, Your Honor, how come he couldn't call and say, do you need help?
You and Ms. Narvaez have a child together. Regardless of what happens with baby Yazelin, you have one child together.
Yes, we do.
And Mr. Osorio is in her life. So what I'm expressing to you, that regardless of this result that we're going to find out, you have to find a way to communicate better, both of you, with one another. And whether or not you like Mr. Osorio or if Mr. Osorio likes you, you all got to grow up and just get through it for the kids.
Has nothing to do with it.
For the kids.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be good for the kids. Got to.
That's what you have to be.
So let's just get to the test and see.
So I'm ready for results. I've heard enough. What I think is so fascinating, Mr. Hicks, is that because this child was born during your marriage, you are presumed to be the father. You are the legal father of this child. You signed the birth certificate. You were there for the birth. Most men would come into court trying to rebut that presumption, but you've come into this court because you want it validated. And that's what makes these results even more important. All right, Jerome, the envelope, please. In the case of Hicks versus Narvaez, do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. So I'm ready to hear the results. All right, Jerome, the envelope, please. In the case of Hicks versus Narvaez, and in regards to 2-year-old Yazelyn Hicks, and whether Robert Hicks is the father, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hicks, you are not
Thank
her
you.
father.
You should have just signed your name and you wouldn't look stupid.
He
Did I
was
not
cheating
tell you
and got
sign your
caught
rights
just now,
over?
even more right now. I hope you know you just busted your own bubble. It's all good.
Whatever, okay.
I must say to you that you cannot forget that the only reason this man ever thought and bonded with this baby
He's never bonded with her.
was because he obviously did. When you cut a cord on a child as they are entering this world,
A minute?
maybe you don't know anything
minute
about it,
means
but
nothing.
obviously he did,
A
or he
minute
wouldn't be
means
standing
nothing.
here today. My point is this is all you're doing. So what I'm saying to you is, if he expresses frustration or if he's absolutely devastated that he wanted this child to be his, he thought it was, and now it isn't, as a woman, at least say, Robert, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? For him playing
What,
video
sorry
games?
for what? For being a liar, for being a manipulator, for lying on your unborn child when you knew he wasn't the father, for parading around and acting like you wanted to be in a marriage with this man when all the while you were looking for a substitution for the one you couldn't be with. And I will drop a dime to you and you can pick it up if you want.
I don't need to pick no chump change.
Better be careful,
I need to pick up no chump
because
change.
at some point there may be a time when she might be doing the same thing to you.
You know what? There's a difference, man.
No. I'm not taking testimony. I'm giving a ruling. Now,
This might not even be his.
we have more
Oh,
results.
snap.
Mr. Osorio, please stand up at the podium for me. Thank you.
I'll find out right now. Right now.
Mr. Osorio, you also agreed and submitted to a DNA test. You are her father. Take the silence in the courtroom right now. Just take it in, and there is a lesson in this moment. You believe this baby was yours. You stated that to this court, and she is. But you also know that she has a brother, and Mr. Hicks is his father. Robert and Yazelyn is brother and sister. You can't take it from them. The only thing you can take from them is their peace of mind growing up if you all continue to behave this way. Court is adjourned. Take care, everyone.
You know, it's heartbreaking to know that she was doing this stuff. You know, it's honestly, it just hits hard. But it's good that I got the truth.
I hope I'm able to get along with him for the sake of my son. You know, not only me, but Daniel as well.
I believe that Judge Lake said exactly what needed to be said.